Hey everyone, it's Ferocious Llama here with MTG Confidant. Today we're playing some Legacy. I don't think I've done any Legacy videos yet. Maybe I did, but I don't think so. And basically we're playing we're playing Jund. Now I don't know if it's playable. I've heard it's not playable by some people because it doesn't have blue cards. And I'll admit blue cards are really good, but cards like Liliana and Hymn to Turok are phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. They're so good. Dark Confidant is good. Abrupt Decay. Abrupt Decay beats the format-defining card Counterbalance, you know? Deathrite Shaman was so good it was banned in Modern. Because, it does give us that early acceleration. It keeps us alive against burn by removing creatures. And it kills our opponent. We got the most efficient Lightning Bolt, most efficient removal in Lightning Bolt. Most efficient ever, probably. I mean, that's the thing is it better than Swords Plowshares? Maybe. Depends, different kind of thing. We got Thoughtseize because that's great. I don't have the better picture ones though. Sorry. Then we got Liliana's because Liliana's sweet, and the great Bloodbraid Elf that's also banned in Modern. So basically we have Modern Jund, right? Except we took these cards, and these 7 are banned from Modern, and the hymns, of course, aren't legal in Modern because Wizards thinks random discard is not fun, and they're right. But hey, it's great when you're not getting random discarded, right? And then other than that, oh yeah, these are Punishing Fire. That's banned too. Forgot about that. So basically, we took all the best cards from Jund that have been banned, because Wizards has been beating down Jund a lot over the years because it's been so good. So they did with Bloodbraid Elf and Punishing Fire, and then most recently Deathrite Shaman, which I guess was a while ago now. I remember when it happened. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago. But I love the art on that card. Super cool. Anyway, here's what we do. We play lands. We got Bayous, Badlands, a bunch of fetches. We got what do we got? 6, 7, 9 fetches or so? No, more than that. Yeah, like 9 fetches. We got 3 Wastelands. Original old school ones, of course. And we got Battle for Zendikar Swamp. I don't know why I don't have an unhinged swamp. I think I have an unhinged foil swamp, but I have my unhinged foil forest. And was that all? I know I have. Anyway, whatever. Irrelevant. None of this is relevant. I'm just rambling, guys. Anyway, it's core of the deck is black, green, and then of course red for Punishing Fire, Bloodbraid Elf, and Lightning Bolt. And then we have the awesomest combo ever. Is Punishing Fire and Grove of the Burn Willows. Basically what we do is we play Punishing Fire, and it's an overpriced shock, which is fine, but whenever our opponent gains life, we can pay a red mana and return it to our hand. So we make our opponent gain life by tapping it for red mana. So basically it says, tap this, return Punishing Fire to your hand, and our opponent gains a life, which is fine. But it's not like there's anything extra to make that happen, And then Liliana, super duper powerful. A lot of the blue decks just scoop to it, especially like the control decks. But Punishing Fire, Lightning Bolt, those 2 are just so good against like the Delver decks because it just kills all their stuff and then they can't do anything. For our sideboard, we got Engineer Plague for Goblin tokens and for Merfolk because Merfolk are good. Hymn to Turok just for against the combo decks, so we can kill more stuff. Chains of Mephistopheles. I can't even remember what the card does, to be honest. I think it's if you would draw a card, except for the first one you draw during your draw step each turn, you cite it like you have to discard to draw it, or like loots instead. I don't remember. I know it puts a damper on like Brainstorm. Brainstorm for sure. Because it makes you loot instead of draw, I think is what it does. And if not, they mill one. It's weird. It's kind of complicated, and it's got an awesome picture though. And all I know is they won't play Brainstorms if you play that, right? So I don't care what the text is on the card. A couple Surgical Extractions. Now I'm not a huge fan of Surgical Extraction, but against decks like certain combo decks, well, Storm most notably. If we can get a hold of their Tendrils of Agony, they can't beat us. They can sometimes, but Ancient Grudge, because it's a sweet 2-for-1 deal. Two for one is always a good deal. Then we got 2 Pyroblasts and Red Elemental Blast. And the reason we have 2 Pyroblasts is because they can target anything. It says counter target spell if it is blue, or destroy target permanent if it is blue, so it'll target any permanent or any spell. Red Elemental Blast only targets blue spells or blue permanents. It's got a cool picture, though. Better than the Pyroblast picture. Not the Pyroblast is bad, it's just, look at that, that's awesome. Anyway, and that's really great against, like, when we go, like, turn 4 Liliana sometimes, or, whatever, we're playing for a while, we go Liliana, our opponent goes Counterspell or Force of Will, we go Red Elemental Blast or Pyroblast, and they go Scoop. That's usually how that one goes. If we can resolve a Liliana against a lot of decks, like, Counterbalance, we usually win. Scavenging Ooze, take stuff out of the graveyard, this is sweet. 1 Pernicious Deed, I don't have the original artwork, sorry. Just a good overall sweeper. Kills tokens, kills all sorts of stuff. Goblins, merfolk, whatever. Not the legacy goblin is a thing I see often. Nihil Spellbomb, wipes out graveyards. One could argue that Tormod's Crypt might be the thing to have, but I just don't think so. I think paying the 1 mana is totally worth it. When you get to pay 1 more mana to draw a card, so it's kind of like adds cycling 2 with the effect from Tormod's Crypt. I don't know. That's a complicated way of saying it. But, and then Grafdigger's Cage. Because there's Reanimator. They have that. That's a thing. And Natural Order against Elves. Those are the 2 main decks that gets used against. I'm sure there's going to be some other time. Probably like the Manaless Dredge or whatever. When people are trying to flash back their, whatever that red and white guy from Ravnica was. That gives all your guys +1/+1 in haste. Anyway, this is Jund. I'm going to play some matches.